real quick update. They still have not found the other terrorists that were involved in the bombing and the shootings out in Paris. But 2 are dead that were involved with the concert hall that were holding the 100 hostages and shooting them one by one. And I also would like to iterate on the fact that they are saying that this is a very sophisticated operation. So anytime that you have a very sophisticated operation, that means that it takes time. Anything that takes time is of the essence, and they put a lot of planning into it. So with that being said, we have to mark out the fact that whatever happened with the drone bombing of the jihadist John out there in Syria or in the Middle East had nothing to do with a very sophisticated timing and bombing in Paris. So with that being said, if it's sophisticated, I put on the news footage on purpose because I wanted to see if somebody would comment on President Obama stating liberty, justice, and peace. He had a very, 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 very hard time getting those words out. So that is just one expression of emotion that nobody probably is paying attention to. Also, in one of the news footages, we have an advisor talking to a newscaster. The newscaster also states what I stated, that it's a very sophisticated operation, and then he throws in a phrase. Now, anybody who knows me and watches my stuff knows that me being of Hebrew nature, I like to really get down to the point of things so I can open up those eyes that are still asleep. So when he states that it's a sophisticated operation, he uses the phrase of those overseas, over waters. The only thing that's over waters from that area is us, China, and Russia. Now, this morning, for those who didn't know, they had footage that was released of a meeting with Putin and his advisors and all this stuff about a bomb in the U.S. and the secret attack that a leak was done out in Russia. A lot of people don't know this. All right, then we have this sophisticated stuff that just happened. All right, a lot of people are into the numerology and all the paganism stuff, so they'll look at the Friday the 13th thing. Then we have the advisor sitting down using the word overseas, over the waters. So don't look at those key phrases and put everything together. Because if we're training, all right, people from the Middle East on how to shoot guns and act, anything sophisticated beyond that is not happening, because that's too sophisticated for people that we were trained. The other thing that you need to really look at is the fact of the refugees that came over. It was being said that a lot of them were Iranians and such that actually were working with Russia and China over there in Syria that got let in. So maybe this was just a foretell plan. So that's just my theory and me, because that's what I do. I tell the truth and I keep it spiritual. So if I look at the worldly and the spiritual and put the past with the present and see how everything is just a repeat, but just dressed different, especially with technology closing the eyes of so many, you get the same thing over and over again. It's sort of easy to read. So with that, we pray for everybody over in Paris. We give all of the families, that country and its leader, which talked to Obama. And you don't talk to Obama unless it's sophisticated. All right. A lot of our prayers and blessings. All right. So to the leaders and of over there and the families and everybody involved in the bombings, many prayers and many blessings.